Responding officer.
Yes, sir. Delivery driver discovered the body.
Blood, vomit, evidence of hypersalivation.
Odor in the breath and body tissue is a common indicator of arsenic poisoning.
I wonder how the unsub got him to ingest it.
That the twine found on his chest?
That's correct.
Male in his 40s, large build, and he wore a hat. He's a solid, hard-working family man. It's ballsy. Got a sudden craving for a double soy latte. Let's take a ride.
They've seen one or more of these victims in this coffee shop. All these people got killed.
Excuse me. Is that a pinhole camera? Identification we need to make and fast.
That's who she is.
The coffee shop, a couple of guys came in wearing scrubs. Is there a...
Diagnosed with a serious illness.
Except this doesn't feel like a...
Let's get Garcia. Bonnie Taylor isn't answering.
Is this her home address?
Yeah, but today's her day off, so she's not at work.
Detectives.
When was the last time you... God, They haven't found any arsenic yet.
The shift in the MO is too dramatic. The time with her.
He could be devolving.
It's not old. Between the time...
This again.
Did you miss another flight to see James?
Worse. He came here. He's cooking and watching House Hunters without me. Yeah, he better not try to make an offer again.
So?
Trying to dust off the oak.
Not yet.
You need some private adult. Is that the only smart enough to separate the victims so we won't tie them together?
And practical.
The unsub, someone he picked up prostitutes with.
Oh, once he kills his...
Get deeper with each victim.
That's right, the first cuts were experimental.
We ruled out rape, but you still needed to run a rape kit on her.
If this were torture, the victim would be flailing about. You'd see a...
Gail Jones are clean. How do you account for that? So where did you go to medical school?
Democracy in action.
You know, I'll call.
Why don't you call up the bodies, then, of Hannah Kelly and Lucas Wagner for us?
You want to dig up those bodies?
To do the work you didn't do in the first place to confirm our theory?
Now that we know that Lucas Wagner was a
It was consensual S&M that ended with a gunshot.
the FBI, and you need to let that child go.
We need to talk about Mac the knife.
We read the disclaimers on those escort websites, too.
Take us through the different prostitutes you hired.
And you can't.
Tabitha Ryerson. Just assume we know everything. That way things will go a lot easier for
What I mean. You see?
all the time. They enjoy the power and the feeling that they're smarter than us.
And to keep tabs.
This unsub is able to get prostitutes to let their guard down, kill them themselves, but they would never go against their own pimp. In Canada was a punishment. Not a religious punishment, but a punishment for not doing their job.
Free!
We need a medic now! There's too much blood! Hey, you're doing great, all right? Yeah, you gotta stay right here, okay? Eyes on me. Eyes on me. Yeah. No. No. Ethan, open your eyes. Hurry! Hurry! I'll call you back. All right, there.
Fastest route to the hospital's how.
Anything yet?
No.
Maybe 3.
It should have been me.
Or me, or
He pushed me out of the way. If he doesn't make it,
he'll make it.
he has to. He's too young.
You know, he wants kids. Can you imagine Spence as a dad?
That'd be the luckiest kid in the world.
No doubt.
Is he? Still in surgery.
Y'all can see Agent Moore.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd really like to stay here.
Call me.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Agent,
How is he?
incredible. It nicked some smaller vessels, but we stopped the bleed. You can see him now.
Good doctor will always make him smile. Little green makeup, not the best Halloween costume ever. Everybody's fine. Don't worry. You've got that furrowed brow. Hey. All right, I'm out of here. I'm glad you're awake. Oh, no. Relieved. I thought it was going to be the worst day. I was so afraid Reed wasn't going to make it.
Caroline had had enough. They'd forgotten our anniversary, as well as all the other little things that didn't seem important, because saving lives trumped everything. So I let ours die. Yeah, well, it's a great balance of life.
Really gonna shoot federal agents?
Great. Okay, go ahead.
What did the Rangers think?
Sadly, they've seen this before.
Okay, so you should get some sleep. Yesterday touched a nerve, and I saw you like that. My son. He was 9 when he died. Name for it, still don't. That drove me crazy. No word to put to this thing that took away my greatest love. He was almost as long as me. He was ready to go, but I wasn't ready to say goodbye. In his eyes. And the cruelest part was that I could see who he would be at 20, but I knew he'd never get there. Yeah. Means enduring. All the time. Ethan would have been a lot like you, of course.
Let me go.